What's up, guys? So this is going to be an interesting video. So the other day, it was a couple weeks ago, me and another reviewer you guys know from my channel, Mike from I Smell, we exchanged a bunch of fragrances that he didn't have and that I didn't have. We just exchanged them. And one of them that I didn't have, although I have others in the line, like Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Sport, blah, blah, blah. And he sent me Dior Homme Parfum. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you my full thoughts on it. Those who are huge super fans of this fragrance might want to put on your earmuffs. But with that said, without further ado, let's get it. What's up, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back with another fragrance video. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And before I get into the video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff helps out my channel. But again, me and Mike from I Smell did a little exchange. I gave him 4 fragrances he doesn't have. He gave me 4 I don't have, including the one I'm going to talk about today by Dior. It is Dior Homme Parfum. So I have other ones from the line, Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Sport, like them both. The Dior Homme Intense, I thought the Parfum was going to be very similar to it. They have that Dior Homme like makeup-y smell to it. And there is a little bit of that in here, but what made me want to try this out before I bought it, as you guys know, it's really hard to come across. When it does come out, it's about 15 minutes and then it's gone again. So I didn't really want to go online every single day, try to find it. I wasn't really that much in a rush to find it. Then I was on a live about a month ago. There was 4 reviewers on the screen. 3 of the 4 reviewers were talking about their favorite fragrances, and 3 of them said that Dior Homme Parfum is the best fragrance that has ever been made. It's a work of art, niche or designer. It's the best fragrance ever made. And so I was like, oh man, I got to try this. And then Mike just so happened to have it and said that he would send me one. And now I've tried it out for 7 days, not straight, but 7 days. And I can tell you what I get from it. And it might not be what they think, but I will tell you what I get. So this is advertised as an iris leather woody fragrance. And the main notes that you pull from this are Tuscan iris, leather, rose, ambrette, and sandalwood. There's also oud and other facets in this, but those are the main notes that you really need to focus on, and really it's only 3. So when I first sprayed this on, I even texted Mike and I said, I don't get it. I don't really love this fragrance. I don't understand what the big hype is about it. It smells like a sweet and spicy lipstick. And honestly, even to this day, that is pretty much what it smells like. It's a cinnamony, sweet lipstick with a touch of leather and a touch of woods. If you want me to go through the whole review and stop the video right now, that is what my explanation of this fragrance would be. It is a bit more complicated than that at certain points in time. And once I got to second wear, third wear, fourth wear, I do like the fragrance. I gotta say, it's probably, in my realm, it's probably like an 8 out of 10, maybe like a 7.8 out of 10. I just don't get it. I understand that this is more for Europeans. That's why they haven't released it in the United States. It's because people in the United States aren't going to like that makeup-y smell on a man. And I do have to say, so I tried this out. I had a bunch of people tell me what they thought about it. My wife, my daughter, my mom, my sister, 3 girls from work, and 2 other guys. And the only person that actually liked it was one of the other guys that I work with. My wife hates it, absolutely hates it. I've told you guys before in the past, women pretty much all around, for the most part, do not like iris. Of course, some people are going to say, my wife loves it, blah, blah, blah. There are going to be some girls that do like iris, but on the whole, iris fragrances are not the choice for women on men. It's just not. Any of the Givenchy Gentleman line, Valentino Uomo Intense, Prada L'Homme Intense, any of those with the iris note in it, girls aren't going to be the hugest fan of. I've told you that. I've tested it out a bunch. Never really got huge compliments on them. They might say the best compliment you're going to get is, that smells okay, or that smells good. You're not going to say, oh my God, what are you wearing? That's just not the kind of compliments you get. And this is going to go even further down that road. So what you pull from this, I'm going to stop rambling. Dior Homme Parfum, when you first spray it on, I didn't know what ambrette was. I never really looked up the notes for the Dior Homme Intense because I haven't reviewed it. And with that said, I didn't know what ambrette was. I did get an explanation from Mike from I Smell, and then I started to notice what I said, what was this smell? And so again, you get that makeup-y Dior Homme vibe. It's definitely there. And then you get this almost cinnamony, like a natural big red, if that makes sense. You get this like sweet cinnamon in the background that really pulls up, and it's this ambrette. It's like a sweet, spicy vibe. And so the opening is just this makeup-y. It's a heavier fragrance. It's not going to be one of those ones that you can wear during the summer. Maybe cooler summer nights, but I would say more fall, winter, early spring. This is going to fit right in the hands of Dior Homme Intense, maybe a little bit heavier to me. Anyway, so you get that ambrette, that sweet, warm spiciness, that heaviness, as well as that makeup-y vibe that you get from the Tuscan Iris. I mean, this is going to be, don't get me wrong, through and through, it's going to be an iris fragrance. It's just what else is with that iris. In the opening, you get that ambrette, and the ambrette stays with the iris throughout the entire life of the fragrance. As the ambrette does dissipate a little bit, you do get some leather coming in. The leather never becomes a prominent portion of the fragrance. It is noticeable, but it's not going to be something like Tom Ford ombre leather. It's not going to stick out and feel like a leather jacket. It's going to just, it does mix in there very nicely. So then, once you work your way into it, you get some of that sandalwood coming in. You also, it says oud in there, but I really don't get much oud, but you do get a little bit of rose. The rose comes in. I can't physically wear this around my wife because she is allergic to rose oil. And I'm guessing that because this feels like a really natural fragrance, that I'm not going to be able to wear it around her, and it probably does have natural rose oil. So with that said, the fragrance doesn't change super amount whenever you get to the dry down. You still have that iris. You still have that ambrette. It's just a warm, sweet, spicy iris. And then you get a little bit of that sandalwood and a little bit of that leather. The leather does pull up a bit, as does the sandalwood, as you work your way further into it. But for the most part, it's an iris ambrette fragrance. Again, that rose is in there, but it's not a prominent rose note, so it doesn't really come off as like a floral fragrance or anything, except for that iris, obviously. So anyway, to summarize this fragrance, as far as the projection and longevity, it's going to be great. It's not going to be a full room filler, but it will be close. It's well above average as far as the projection, and the projection lasts for at least 3 to 4 hours at least. And then you get about 9 to 10 hours. I mean, that's a good amount. And that's just on the lower side for this fragrance. It's a skin scent at around hour 7 or 8, but it stays there for quite a long time. So it is a really nice projection, really nice performer, and I gotta give it to that. Will I recommend this fragrance to other people? It's really hard to get your nose around this. So if you are a beginner in the fragrance world, this is more of a niche style fragrance. It's definitely closer to that. It's going to be one of those ones you have to train your nose to like. If you like iris fragrances and you like warm, deep, spicy fragrances, you might like this, and I would definitely get a tester of it. Is it worth a blind buy? Absolutely not. I would never recommend blind buying something that smells like this for $100+ or whatever it's going for. But Dior Homme Parfum on the whole, do I like it? Yes, I actually really like it. And I know I just harped on it a bunch, but after wearing it a bunch, I do like it personally. It's something that I would wear for myself because I personally like it and I would like to smell it. It's unique. It's something that you don't smell every day. Would it be something that I would wear out? No. I'm not going to wear it out on date nights. You have to have a lot of confidence to wear this fragrance. If you want to wear this as like a fall and winter signature fragrance or date night fragrance, then more power to you. You have to have a lot of confidence. It's very unique. The more you wear it, the better it does get. And you do get used to the notes a lot more. When you first spray it on, it's really sharp. And it's not one that you are just like, oh my God, that's so good. It's just not going to be like that. I mean, maybe for the select few. But on the whole, my overall review is that personally, I like it. Will the most of the population like it? No. I'm going to say this is going to be something for the niche fragrance community, and some of the people who like designers. But if you don't like Dior, you are not going to like this. If you're not a big fan of Irish fragrances, you're not going to like this. If you want other people to like how you smell, you're probably not going to want to buy this. That is my overall opinion of it. Dior Homme Parfum. Again, I don't think that any of those comments before were warranted from the other reviewers saying it's the best fragrance ever made. I really do like it, but I'm not like overwhelmed. There's so many other fragrances just behind me, like right there, Extreme. Oh my, I would wear that well over it. Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. I just like those fragrances, those types of fragrances better. But will I wear this? Will I buy a full bottle eventually? Yes, I will. So that's my review for Dior Homme Parfum. Let me know. I did take a little bit of time with this. I wanted to explain myself. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. If you're interested in it, if you've tried it, and if you agree with me or disagree. I understand there's going to be about a lot of people in here, or you guys might all agree with me. I don't know. But with that said, thank you guys so much for joining me again. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one. Thanks again. Peace.